Guys, come on, you're student council reps. You're not supposed to be drinking.
Chill out, Veronica. We're just having some fun.
Maybe you're the narc.
Did you check out her chopsticks?
What the hell is going on here?
Busted.
Where's my son?
I'm here, Mom.
What in God's name are you wearing?
It's from a play that I was in.
Jesus Christ. I thought we've talked about this whole theater thing.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Are you the homeowners? Perfect. May I suggest you place a small plastic bag weighted with pebbles into your toilet tank? Displacing water in this manner allows you to save 5 to 10 gallons a day. It's both good for the environment and fiscally responsible.
Who the hell are you?
My name is Bernard Flanagan, and I'm running for the Board of Education. There's no need to worry, I sanitized.
Bye, Veronica. Bye, Bernie.
I believe that went moderately well.
Is it true you once hacked into the FBI's website?
Of course not. It was the EPA.
All right, break it up, kid.
Good night.
Good night.
Mom, what's the best way for me to make a friend into more than a friend?
Well, do you remember when Hayden got together with Benson?
Yes, of course.
Of course, Hayden thought Benson was beautiful and charming, but he also found her to be mysterious. She hadn't had a serious love interest in 13 seasons. Don't ask me why. Anyway, Hayden knew that it was going to take a lot of work to get Benson to see him in a romantic light. He's willing to put in that effort, even if it meant stretching the boundaries of their working relationship. Like when he met her at her favorite donut shop and wooed her on her own home turf. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
What are you doing?
Cutting your grass.
Well, I can see that, but why?
Because it'll help you fit in the community better. It's another part of your self-political transformation, you know, like changing your name and restyling your hair.
Well, I appreciate the thought, but annihilating an ecosystem for political appearances is not my modus operandi.
Relax. Look at the yard. Needs a little TLC. That's what she's doing.
TLC?
Yeah. Bernard, think of it as a controlled burn. You know what a controlled burn is?
Yes.
Okay. It's when you put fire to the forest.
I know what a
so the
controlled burn is.
vegetation. Well,
Right.
that's good.
Yes. Okay. So,
Oh, by the way, I found this in your grass.
thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, man.
Why is it we're always meeting at this franchise I so disdain?
Because you need to show the community that you're one of them.
Very well. Let's proceed. So what is our first order of business for today?
Who do you think is the prettiest girl in our class?
I don't see how that relates to the campaign.
The meeting hasn't started yet. So who's the prettiest?
Beauty in itself is such an abstract concept.
Well, you clearly like Asians, right?
One could say I am a connoisseur of more ethnic women, yes. However, my palate is not always preferential to the Asian continent.
Well, what about me? Do you think I'm pretty?
Yes, Veronica. I think you have a beautiful mind and a beautiful body. So can we get back to the campaign now?
Yes, of course. Item 1, winning the support of the Livingston Weekly. The paper will be endorsing 2 candidates. It is imperative that they back you.
I believe I may have inadvertently started towards that goal already.
Good. Now take it up a notch.
Grandpa, what is on your schedule for this fine Saturday?
Saturday? Breakfast. Lunch. Maybe a nap. Shuffleboard. And dinner.
Could you squeeze a voyage to the cinema somewhere into your hectic itinerary?
Can you promise me it won't be 3D?
Hope you don't think that low of me. I go to the cinema for the stories. If I wanted to feel as if a bird or ball were flying at my face, I'd simply go to the park, save myself $16.
I'm in.
Wonderful. Would you mind if I invited a friend?
Oh, boy.
If you will excuse me, I have a sudden craving for Smarties.
Have you ever been to Paris?
My wife and I always talk about it. Never found the time.
My husband took me for our 25th wedding anniversary.
Is it really the most romantic city in the world?
Well, I haven't been everywhere, so I couldn't say.
If you could do the writing, where do you see yourself going next?
I've heard that Lithuania is lovely in the spring.
Lithuania. Wow. A long walk from here to Lithuania.
Oswald, would you like to come to dinner on Monday?
Well, Monday's not good for Bernard.
Well, I thought maybe it could just be the two of us. I think we're old enough not to need a chaperone.
Why are we doing this? It's months away from anyone's birthday.
You should need a special occasion to see people that you love.
Hello, grandmother. Hello, mother. Hello, father.
Hi, y'all. Brought you some sunflowers today.
To borrow from the Jewish tradition, I have brought rocks to place on your graves to signify my enduring love and memory of you. I come bearing some exciting news. I am now an official candidate for the Livingston Board of Education.
You know what he also has? He also has a girl who comes by the house, and they go to his bedroom.
Her name is Veronica Krause. She is my campaign manager. Grandpa also has a new friend.
Yeah, I got a new pair of shoes, Liz. What was it, 98, where you bought me that pair of shoes look kind of like this? Well, these are new. They don't fit as good as yours, darling, but I like them.
Why didn't you tell everybody about the editor-in-chief?
There's nothing to tell.
So everything is on pace for the junior prom. We put a down payment on the caterer, and the DJ has agreed to play lyric
I'm
appropriate
sure
music.
everything will be perfect, Veronica. My only question is, who's going to be your lucky date?
Hello, junior class. I'd like to thank Principal Greeley for allowing us to hold this pep rally today. For the first time in my 3 years at LHS, we're gathered here not to cheer on a sport or an athlete, but rather to show our support for a selfless member of our student body. Please put your hands together for the next member of the Livingston Board of Education, Bernie Flanagan.
Thank you, Livingston High School. Next month, I will be representing us, the students, in the Board of Education elections. I ask that all of you who can not only vote, but also encourage your parents or guardians to do the same. Next week, I will be engaging in a political debate with the other candidates at the spring PTA meeting. I hope that you come and show your support. If your parents see your fervor for education, we can only hope it will inspire them to cast a ballot for change. Since I declared my candidacy, I have heard from so many of you. Your ideas and concerns resonate with me. For example, there is David Shankles, a freshman, who would like for all students to have iPads or Kindles or some form of PDF reader. David is tired of carrying around his books, as I'm sure most of you are. This is 2016, and we have an opportunity to save not only our backs, but also thousands of trees. And then there is Sally Stevenson, a sophomore, who asked me to look into more field trips. Livingston is a throwing distance from New York City and some of the best museums in the world, yet how many of you have ever been to the Natural History Museum? Please go ahead and raise your hand if you have. Please lower your hands if you went with your family. As I suspected, I, for one, think the township should be ashamed. And finally, there is Russell Watler, a senior, who suggested to me that in the nurse's office there should be a basket full of free condoms. Students are mature enough to vote and fight in wars, so surely they should be mature enough to have protected sex, am I right? So please, go home and tell your parents to vote for me, Bernie Flanagan, to be your voice on the Livingston Board of Education. Shall we begin the debate prep?
Yes. What's your opinion on school vouchers?
I think they're a good thing in the free market economy. Public education could use the competition, especially in lower income areas.
Name 3 things you would cut from the school budget.
French, all processed foods from the cafeteria, the Gifted and Talented program in elementary school.
You would cut gifted and talented? Yeah, I was in gifted and talented.
As was I. However, I'm confident telling 90% of elementary school children that they do not qualify for GNT is not a very good thing for childhood development.
Yeah, that's great. Can we just stop for just 1 second, please? Okay. I gotta catch my breath. Yeah, why do we have to prep while jogging?
Studies show the brain is at its sharpest while physically active. Are you ready for some sit-ups?
Are you serious?
Oh, no. No. Oh.
Can I tell you something?
Of course.
I got an A- in gym last year.
There's nothing wrong with an A-.
Yes, there is. That A- screwed up my GPA, and because of it, I'm number 2 in our class.
It's okay to not be number 1.
Not if you want to go to Yale. Okay.
Oh, no.
You owe 4 sets of 20.
PD, anyone? They need to get a room.
When is it your turn?
After your 4 sets of 20.
Hello, you've reached the Flanagans. Be brief.
Hello, Oswald? It's Barbara. I was just wondering if you'd like to come over later for dinner. I'm making fajitas. Also, next week, there's a lecture at the library on Russian oligarchs. I thought you might be interested. In any case, give me a call, you know, one way or the other. Well, okay. Bye.
What's your stance on teacher tenure?
I don't like it. I respect teachers and think they should be paid a better wage. However, I also think they should be judged on their annual performance, just like every other profession.
I love that dress.
It's quite lovely.
Hypothetically speaking, if you were to take anyone to junior prom, who would you take?
Of course I would take Taiyue.
Right. I meant someone local.
Well, hypothetically speaking, if I didn't have a girlfriend who lived 10,000 miles away, I would take you. And who would you take to the prom? Hypothetically speaking.
Guess I would take you too.
We should probably get going. I have a number of errands to run before the debate.
Yeah, no, me too.
You shouldn't smoke marijuana, Mike.
Next.
Hi, Wesley. I have some letters to mail.
Oh, what are all these?
Well, just some campaign literature about Bernie. I'm sending flyers out to every registered independent in Livingston.
Oh, man, Bernie sure is lucky to have you on his side.
Thank you.
How's he holding up? He hasn't been in a while and his P.O. box is overflown.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Here. He gave me his key and a signed authorization to pick it up. He's been super busy lately. Is that okay?
Yeah, it should be fine. And this checks out. Okay, let me go grab it for you. I'll be right back.
Great, thank you.
Hey, Evelyn, you going to lunch?
Hell yeah.
Catfish, tuna fish, all kinds of fish. All right, here we go.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. Have a good one.
See you.
Hello, Bernard. I hope you're nice. This is hard to say, but I think we will see other people.
She's breaking up with him.
Be far away hard, very hard. And now, study abroad. Our love drift like a lantern at the moon festival.
She's breaking up with him.
Lantern fly in air like a big firefly. Very beautiful. Then disappear in sky and often patty. Water buffalo.
Good evening. We could all take our seats, please, and settle in. Thank you very much. First off, I want to welcome everyone here tonight, as well as the viewers at home who are watching on public access. Tonight's format will be very simple. If you have a question for the candidates, raise your hand, and I will call on you. So who wants to start us off tonight with the first question? Yes, in the back.
Ms. Parikh, I would like to know, what would your major goals be if you are reelected?
My major goal would be to ensure that every school in the district meet the Blue Ribbon of Excellence standard. If we can accomplish this feat, we will have done a lot of little things right.
I would like my 1-minute rebuttal. That is in accordance with Lincoln Douglas style debate.
McGreevy, what is
Wait a
this? This
second.
is not a debate, Bernard. This is a question and
Marcia's
answer
sick.
session.
I'm gonna have to go rearrange the whole
Yes,
schedule, honey. I'm so
but that
sorry.
doesn't-
You know what? Just give me a half
What we'll
hour.
do is we'll have everyone have a chance for a rebuttal, if they so choose, as long as you keep it to 1 minute. Understood?
Yes, thank you.
1 minute.
To touch upon Ms. Parikh's goal, the current Board of Education has been in place for 5 years. And in that time, only one new school within our district has qualified for the Blue Ribbon of Excellence. However, governmental awards are not what we should be striving for. Our only concern should be an improvement. Livingston's scholastic test scores, though above the national average, have plateaued for 3 years straight. And sure, it's good to be good, but it's better to be the best.
Wow. Father, can I run for Board of Education?
Your choice is clear, Livingston. You can stick with the old regime and continue with the oppression of our students, or you can rise up and demand to be heard. Let the Board of Education know that this town needs new ideas. Out with the old, in with the new.
Very inspiring. We have the next question, please.
Bernard, you were great in there.
I hope it was enough to gain the Livingston Weekly's endorsement.
Well, there are a lot of factors to figure in, so we'll see. But regardless, I am so impressed on how hard you worked on this campaign.
Thank you.
How's your grandfather? I haven't heard from him in a few weeks.
Oh, he's been quite busy reading Robert Caro's Tetralogy of President Johnson.
Oh, I see. I see how that might take up a lot of time.
You were amazing!
The clear-cut winner. Do you mind if I steal Bernie for a minute? I just need to talk to him in private.
No, not at all. Go ahead.
Thank you. Come on. I need you to listen to something.
你好, hello, Bernard. I hope you nice. This is hard to say, but I think we will see other people.
I'm so sorry.
Where did you get that tape? You opened my mail?
Just that letter.
That is a
right there,
federal
and
offense, Veronica.
I know.
You could be
I
fined
know.
$10,000 to $25,000 and be faced with up to 3 years imprisonment for what you
I'm
did.
sorry. I
You could
know that I
literally
shouldn't have
never
done that.
become a
It was
Supreme
just
Court
there.
justice if I
couldn't
told
help myself.
anybody
I
what
know
you
it was
did.
a crime of passion, Bernie.
No, do not call me Bernie. My name is Bernard.